ghosts, demons, and paranormal activities. Those are things that you can't explain with science, and many people deny their existence. But what this guy captures with his smartphone camera while posting some videos in his Snapchat story will definitely give you nightmares. In this video, we will investigate the story of a young Australian man that unknowingly encountered a mysterious and creepy figure that exactly looks like Bug Gull from the movie Sinister. Please understand that we want to keep this person's identity anonymous. Therefore, we will call them Lucas throughout the video. Warning: watching this video will leave you probably with a highly disturbing feeling. If you feel scared quickly, you shouldn't watch it alone. On 31st October 2015, a 26-year-old Australian created a lengthy Reddit post that left thousands of people concerned and in fear. In the post, he explained that he had captured a bizarre figure in a random video and shared it with his fellow Redditors. The post started with Lucas giving the other Reddit users some background info about his actual situation. Since he and his girlfriend were building a house at this time, the young Australian couple moved back into Lucas' parents' house. He further explains that his parents also own some native Australian birds and that his friends were really curious about them. This led Lucas to take some videos and upload them into his Snapchat story so his friends could see them. Not soon after, one of Lucas' friends was pretty amused by the birds and replied to the videos, commenting on the birds' appearance. He further mentioned that he saw something in the window behind him and asked Lucas what it was. As you can probably imagine, this is where the first creepy part begins. At this point, Lucas literally went through a nightmare. He started to review the 3 videos he took several times. While watching the third video, again and again, he noticed something was off. He could spot something extraordinary in the door window beside him. Since smartphone displays aren't that large, he uploaded the third video to his computer to get a more detailed view. What he could see then on his monitor deeply terrified Lucas. It was the blurred shape of a man staring closely through the glass with his hands cupped against the door window. You probably think like all the people inside the Reddit thread now. It could be a plain simple optical illusion or, in the worst case, a burglar who tried his way into the house of Lucas' parents. To take this illusion from the Redditors that tried to help Lucas figuring out this appearance, he continued to explain why he was extremely creeped out by the strange figure. Since Lucas was only 8 years old, he regularly suffered from natural phenomena called sleep paralysis. Maybe you know this term or could experience one by yourself already. If so, you probably know how horrifying this state can be. If you don't know what sleep paralysis is, it's a state where your physical body is sleeping, but your mind or brain is awake. In other words, you can say that your body and mind are actively merging the ability to dream and being awake. This state leads to the appearance of hallucinations, which vary from being barely noticeable to having extreme horror trips for a short time. The absolute worst thing during sleep paralysis is the fact that you can't move since your body is sleeping. On average, every person already had to go through this scenario but forgot already about it. However, people who experience sleep paralysis more often report horrific scenarios like dark creatures coming closer to bed and people screaming insanely shrill. Now, since we know what sleep paralysis is, this is something that Lucas has suffered from regularly since he was 8 years old. He explained that the paralysis occurred more often over the years until he was 18 years old. While he knew that sleep paralysis is totally normal and nothing you should be scared about, he mentioned that he noticed a recurring thing that occurred over and over again. A faceless person looking into his bedroom window with their hands cupped to the glass. Since Lucas was sure to see the appearance from his sleep paralysis on the third video he uploaded into his Snapchat story, he asked Reddit for help. As you can imagine, tons of people have engaged with Lucas. Many people have downloaded the video and edited it with several video editors and Photoshop to get a more detailed view of the mysterious figure. They all agreed that something was off and could spot the shape of a person between the frames. Some suggested Lucas to leave the house and stay safe, while others recommended that he should call the police. There also have been Redditors that told Lucas to pour salt in front of the doors and window. It's a common practice to prevent ghosts and demons from entering a house or specific rooms. You probably feel like Luca's right now. Maybe you have seen a scary appearance or figure in this video that could be the same as in Luca's sleep paralysis. On the other hand, perhaps it was just a video glitch and an illusion tricked everybody. But that doesn't count for the second appearance that haunted Luca's a few days after. He was pretty sure that the first appearance was a one-time sighting and the spook was over, but soon he found out he was horribly wrong. And if you think right now that this appearance was already kind of creepy, we have to warn you again. What's coming now is extremely disturbing and nothing for weak nerves. 1 week after opening the Reddit thread, Lucas came back and opened another one. People expected just a regular update and nothing special, but they soon realized that Lucas had gone through something horrible in the past days. The thread started with Lucas thanking all the users for their help and suggestions while he encountered the strange-looking figure. Then he continued to summarize what happened with him after opening the first thread. He told the Redditors that he'd been relatively distressed by the video enhancements that some users made. Lucas also told his partner about the incident and showed her the footage. As you can already imagine, she's also been very distressed about it. Many people gave Lucas great advice about situations like this, and one suggested him to keep a spare phone on a charger so he can quickly start filming in case something like this happens again. That made Lucas repurpose an old Samsung Galaxy S3 to become a camera only, and he also made sure the smartphone was always charged. In addition, since his parents and girlfriend often left the house at night, he made sure to lock the doors and windows when he was alone. 5 days later, on 5th November 2015, things started to become scary again for him. Lucas had his first sleep paralysis episode in roughly a year. He explained that he couldn't move and felt a strange presence in his room, like someone standing immediately behind him. The day after, he woke up and went to work without making any second thoughts about the sleep paralysis. He spent the evening alone since his parents left at 7 p.m. His girlfriend left 1 hour later due to her job in a nightclub. Lucas enjoyed the evening, playing computer games with his friends until shortly after 10 p.m., the real spook began. He could hear extremely loud noises from the door, where the figure appeared a few days before. Lucas took his headset off and immediately started filming with his spare phone. Lucas shared the video with the Reddit community. Unfortunately, what some users have seen after editing the video would scare Lucas for life. You can clearly hear some strange and loud noises, but could you see something off? Let's take a deeper look. While Lucas shakingly walks through his parents' house to find the source of the loud bangings, he passes by this white statue hanging on the wall. You can see nothing special here at first. Let's take a look at a different scene from the video. In this scene, he is passing by this statue again from a different angle, but you can clearly see that something is sitting in the corner that wasn't there before. If we take a closer look, it looks like a dark figure with a white face watching Lucas silently while he walks through the house. After posting the video, other users showed Lucas the strange appearance in the corner with their video enhancements. They immediately suggested him leaving the house and calling the police. Lucas gave an update afterward where he explained that he and his girlfriend spent the next night in a motel room and the following ones in a friend's house. The police believed two people tried to rob Luca's parents that night but couldn't give any more details. Instead, they told Lucas not to talk with anyone about the incident. What do you think happened here? Do you think Lucas was haunted by a demon or ghost? Or do you think a robber made it successfully into the house and stared at Lucas for an unknown amount of time? Whatever it was, it's unbelievably scary to know that Lucas walked right by it and didn't notice that something was sitting in this dark corner.